Good afternoon, DWR Randomizer, and welcome to the weekend of Week 4. We have a ton of races still to bring you today and tomorrow to get this Week 4 wrapped up. Today we're going to be bringing you Centroid41, Sillydabbit, Stags28, and Nimanva, all vying to try and get that win and secure a little bit more points for this postseason. Hi everybody, I'm DK9146. Alongside me in the booth today is going to be Juf. How are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. What about you?
Oh, I'm excited. We got 3 races today, at least 1 tomorrow, plus maybe a couple asyncs coming our way. So we have a lot of standings left to fill out for Week 4 as we're starting to try and see this playoff picture. And vanilla-ish this week. We've been seeing a lot of vanilla map and a lot of fun so far. Hopefully we continue that trend today.
I absolutely agree. I have to say, vanilla-ish didn't sound that exciting to me at first, but when I played it, it's a very fun kind of scene. It's very exciting, and here we go. We are started.
Yeah, and as you see, we got the fast tech speed hacks on here, so we're going to get a curse belt double key. We are using keys this week, and the runners are going to get that bonus key. We'll see who opts to go check it out, as they do have an 8 strength start.
Let's hope for a gold grind available and a Cantlin start.
We'll see what happens here. That'll be interesting. We do have a plains tile set out there, so it does narrow down our areas. But yeah, we have Stags not opting to save, just going to go straight to the treasure, I guess, with the fast flags. Can't just do a quick reset, but we're going to get a quick check, and we're getting a key back again. So we're saved from there, and there's some gold. So all the keys you would ever want. Looks like we'll find out what these last 2 chests are here momentarily. They probably were not wings. Silver harp and a torch.
Oh, that's good. Torches can handle some starting enemies pretty well, and the Silver Harp can, let's remind us, our viewers, that the Silver Harp can summon enemies as well.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see a runner take advantage of that and see about getting one of those zone 0 through 2 enemies in there. But we'll see where we're at here in a moment. Everybody's going to be keying up here for a moment. Looks like we got a couple grinds on some fairy waters, some torches, but we're going to get a quick check of the basement for Stags.
And this is mountain? No.
It is tablet.
Tablet gate,
turned over a little.
It's a good time to have permanent torch.
Absolutely. And as you can see, just a little bit of turn can really mess with people. Stags is going to get through here, though. Gets to that last chest. Gets his bamboo pole, which looks to be the fighter's ring.
And in the meantime, Centroid showing us that this is a vanilla tentacle.
Well then, they got some options here available to them. We're going to get a quick level here on Centroid, taking down that Magidraki and progressing towards level 3 already.
Yep, Magidraki is a bit disappointing, giving, if I saw right, 6 experience points. Of course, those are random stats, but consistent, so some enemies are better, some enemies are worse. This one is not very good.
Exactly. No, absolutely agree. And we see that cave next door as our Staff of Rain cave. Since these runners started out with that silver harp, they have already picking up that staff already.
Well, so much for summoning enemies with the harp.
Seems like it's all right. We got an okay set of enemies out here. We see Centroid already up to level 3, got his heal there. Got a decent amount of strength on level 3 as well, so should be able to get through these enemies pretty quickly here as the very fast XP is coming into play.
Yeah, and the 2 attack power from the fighter's ring is showing as well. But now we have the hurt spell, so maybe a quick death warp and hurting enemies will be a nice way to get some experience points.
Yeah, it's also a nice thing for these runners to understand where the zone boundaries are. As we see Centroid41, he's staying in zone 0 while Sillydabbit's gone to the east zone above the staff cave there. He's finding some scorpions that he's really liking so far that seem to be spamming some stop spell.
And Stag's almost getting that that metal slime dealing 2 damage to him, but getting slept and hugged to death by the metal slime.
Yeah, metal slimes in this flag set, typically not something you want to see since we have the consistent stats flag turned on. Metal slimes tend to get nerfed extremely hard, usually rolling in that like 30 to 50 range. Golem's right behind them. Golems get nerfed extremely hard, typically around 80 to 100 experience versus that 350 we see on our standard flags.
And Brackenary just moved a little bit north of its vanilla area and is now in the desert of Tablet Cave. So we do have some shopping to do.
Yeah, they can get some nice cheap equipment here. We got that copper sword is probably the main key item, the only thing that costs triple digits in that shop, but it gets them a little extra offensive defense here. Is opting to go ahead and go down to that really far away shop to possibly pick up a dragon scale and some herbs.
Of course, this shop is not very exciting for now, but for Centroid, he's gonna be looking for some other town with his 6,000+ gold.
Yeah, we'll see how safe it is to walk around here. We do have Vanilla Garinham not too far away. Immediately, Stags finds a blue dragon just outside of Breckenary, though, and gets sent packing.
So would Vanilla Garinham be your next location to look out for, or would you try to go on the east of the map?
Yeah, I think initially, because of how close it was, maybe, but Stags finding that blue dragon up there opts to go east, and that's probably what I would have tried, but the blue dragon followed him. It's also in that zone.
Centroid may be looking to have a better luck now, fighting a draw, winning, and we're just gonna see Garinham, or whatever it is, real soon.
Yeah, that's a great zone that he's in there. He just got past where that blue dragon is. Got some nominal stats there at level 6. Of course, level 7 come with that sleep spell. Sleep is a very, very useful item, but it looks like we got a cave.
And that is Swamp South.
Absolutely. So, not too bad to get to the Swamp Cave. Opts to not go through it this time, and is going to continue pressing exploration maybe to the east here. And meanwhile, we have Stags getting some equipment finally here as the other runners are just kind of picking off some enemies and grinding here in various areas.
Yeah, Nimanva has been real lucky in that desert next to Brackenary. He's found a ton of Druid Lords, and they have Stop Spell.
Yeah, exactly. And Centroid's got to be a little careful. Those skeletons have hurt more. He is also bouncing back and forth between two different zones there, and we do know that right zone had the blue dragon, I believe is where he saw it earlier. Or we saw it on Stag's screen. Meanwhile, Stags finds a red dragon with hurt.
And is very hurt happy. That's 3 and 3. 4 and 4. And 5 and 5. Wow, that's a crazy good red dragon. Hopefully, we can have the gear to beat them soon, and they'll give a bunch of experience points.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you never know exactly where the red dragon can go with these consistent stats. I've seen them as low as around 150-ish. They can still roll 300 plus though as well. But yeah, Stop Spell and some good equipment will go a long way in that battle.
Speaking of good equipment, at this point with the enemies we've found, of the locations we've found, would you rather find the sword or the armor? I'm guessing the sword, but maybe you have a different opinion?
No, I think in this flag set especially, sword is super big because we know we're not getting hurt more until level 19. We have vanilla spell learning, so hurt more not coming to 19. You want as much offensive firepower as you can get, so that extra 12, even up from the flame sword, absolutely would be huge.
I think in some very special cases with Swamp North start and low HP, the armor would be sometime a very good relief. But indeed, I agree. Most times, the sword is what makes the seed go faster.
Oh, buddy, man, these red dragons all over the place here. We have Stags getting taken out by another one here. Meanwhile, Nim's going through the treasury. Centroid's going to go ahead and take their first dive into the tablet cave, see if they can figure out the location and pick up their fighter's ring.
I'm not sure we had seen it before, but sillydabbit is showing us that the mountain cave is a town.
Yeah, it's good information for him to have. I mean, it could still ultimately roll Hawksness, but to know that there is a town in that location versus a cave, always nice to know. And yeah, he's down in these little hills here, just finding some enemies, just looking for anything to grind on here to get a little bit more on the stat screen before he wants to press out, it seems. Well, it looks like Nim went east, has also found out about this very hurt-happy red dragon. Clearly got to be 75% with the sample size we've seen at this point.
Still no one having luck with the metal slimes. We don't have that much experience yet. Of course, with the copper sword, we're kind of limited on that side, but we're almost 10 minutes in, and who's got the most experience points? sillydabbit's got almost 400.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Dabbit for sure. Nim is just past there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they both dedicated themselves to a grind sooner than the other two. Stags is really pressing for the exploration. And with the playoff implications here, Stags, with our only having 5 points, absolutely must win this week's race in order to stay alive. So probably Tresson trying to find that advantage to put himself in a good position.
Well, enemies are still having a field day with our runners. Of course, with 53 HP and not much defense, there's not much you can do except grind and or hope.
No, absolutely. We did see Nim taking down a few decent enemies. Goldman, absolutely a great enemy if he can get it down. They tend to roll up very nicely because of the consistent stats, but unfortunately falls just a little bit short, going to get sent packing again.
Yeah, this one hurts a lot, but at least he knows they're there, and I agree, they're very worth it. Oftentimes you'll see Goldmen giving almost 100 experience points, and for their HP and the risk they are with their low attack power, it's really worth looking for them.
No, absolutely agree. Dabbit found what he thought was a decent zone, finds out his own information about the Red Dragon, decides not to head back that direction, is going over to these hills just northwest of Tanthagel. Alright, so we did see level 9 coming here for Nimanva, and I missed what the stats were because this fast tech speed hacks that it zooms by so fast, but tops off and looks like he's going to press. Meanwhile, Stag's trying to press through the swamp cave right now. We'll see if we get a look at the other side of the world.
And swamps north is swamp south, so we are heading to Vanilla Rimildar, and what will we get here?
Yeah, that's always like when there's kind of like, he gets to Star Wyvern or Magic Wyvern, gets sent packing before we could see if it was a town or a cave. We did see the Vanilla Swamp North was a town as well, so he'll have that information in his mind also.
And Nim is heading right over there, and it is Hawksness, our favorite town. Okay, maybe not right now, but soon it will be our favorite town.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not quite to where we can take something out. Most likely, I mean, we could get really lucky with a sleep block on an enemy, but outside of that, probably not going to want to take a look at that yet. At this moment, going to press on to these other two locations to the north.
Wyvern's giving 80 experience points. That's really good. Nimanva making sure he keeps his experience points lead. Unless did sillydabbit? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Dabbit's right there with him. We find out the jerk's up at Vanilla Coal here, while Dabbit is trying to go through Swamp himself. We'll see if Dabbit has better luck over on this continent. All right, here comes Nim up the side. We have another town, so we know this is a heal town for sure up here at the Vanilla Staff Cave, and it is cold.
Let's see what the search box gives us, if anything, and it is... Oh my goodness.
That's pretty big, as we were just kind of discussing before. Erdrick's sword, very huge in this. No one else has came close to going to that part of the world yet either, so Nim's definitely getting upgraded big time here, and is going to have some fantastic offensive firepower.
And you know what? If he runs into a red dragon, I think it would not be the worst idea to try and take him down.
Yeah, it's clearly 75%. You can probably tank at least one hit with this much hit points that they have now. Even speaking of the Red Dragon, now he's immediately trying to run. But I agree. I think a try at him there might not have been a bad idea. Although ultimately probably would have failed based on 2 physicals.
Yeah, definitely with the Red Dragon attacking first, chances are going way low.
So meanwhile, on the second continent, Dabbit found the Stones Cave, aka the Freebie Cave at Vanilla Rim. And I missed what he got in there, but I didn't see any hoorahs from chat, so I'm assuming nothing. And then we got Grave here.
I think it was a torch, so yeah, nothing.
Well, we'll see if David can get through this Magi-Wyvern here, find out what it's given, and additionally get up to these chests. The Magi-Wyvern just not staying asleep for him. Centroid continuing that grind in that vanilla tablet cave location there, bouncing between these 2 zones. Stag's still pressing some exploration and them going back to the east again. So we're picking up a fairy water, an herb, and a key.
You never have too many keys, I guess.
Yeah, keys are very important, and especially after the first 3 weeks, just remembering that you need them is a whole nother story this week for the runners, but he is filled up there. He is going to attempt to make a dive here, although very low on resources.
You never know, sometimes it doesn't take much to get to the bottom, but except maybe a lot of luck.
No, absolutely. We've seen some really crazy dives so far this tournament. Unfortunately for David, he does ultimately go through the opposite corner of what he's wanting to do. Mirrored rotated dungeons can really throw off your information here, so he opts to go back up and go around to make it a little quicker.
Yeah, it is not easy. You might have the maps in front of you, you might know that they are rotated or mirrored, but it's still mind-boggling sometimes to figure out where you are and where you're going.
Exactly. So we'll see if this dive pays off. We really haven't found much of anything outside of, we got that sword up in coal. We got Nim going to at least take a look at the spike here in Hawksness after he tops up. And what are we going to be getting? Come on, Nim. Walk in there. We got an Armor Knight.
With sleep. And weak breath, so I guess if you start the fight with a stop spell, you have pretty good chances. Even there, Nimanva might take it.
Yeah, got that stop spell in there, and he does like his sleep, so he's going to be successful. 325 experience and rewarded with the stones.
Wow, so that is looking like a pretty good grinding zone.
Yeah, you get down that sleep. 325 experience is gigantic in this flag set, so he has figured out his grind. At least sit here until you die, most likely. There's another level for him.
So just enough MP for one stop spell. I'm guessing he'll try. Yeah, one more throw.
Meanwhile, we did get Silly Dabbit completing his dive of the grave. Unfortunately, just gets absolutely nothing. Dragon Scale in chest 5. Well, now we got Stags heading east. Maybe he can get lucky and get through here, and that sword would definitely help him out. But I think right now we have Nim in a clear advantage, rocketing up the levels. Another level right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like 700 experience points ahead of everyone else. And of course the sword, so the firepower to get through a bunch of enemies others can't even think about.
Yeah, exactly. So, second continent, a complete bust. All 5 chests in grave worthless. The freebie cave is empty. So, unfortunately, Centroid's going to be finding out the bad news here. We'll see if they opt to dive all the way in grave once they get through here or stick to just the top 3.
Stags finding the the armor knight, but with the copper sword, even a stop spell won't do it.
Yeah, definitely wants to get out of there. He did get the run, and hopefully he heads north successfully here. He can get his offensive upgrade here because we know that it's definitely doable, especially once he gets level 10 in that stop spell.
And Nim getting the Red Dragon for 191 experience points. Not too bad, but definitely not Armored Knight territory.
Nah, it's definitely good info to have, and they are relatively free, all things considered, as long as they decide they want to keep on their hurt. But yeah, it's still something you probably fight through, but you know where you're grinding. Meanwhile, we do have Silly Dabbit taking a Death Warp out of the grave, opting to do a gold grind. Does not know where Cantlin is located, but has a couple pieces of knowledge about where towns are. We'll see where he goes. He's one of the runners that's had the least amount of exploration along with Centroid at this point.
So what locations haven't we seen? There's Hawksness and Cantlin and the Mountain Cave, but Niman is going right there, right now.
No, absolutely. We're going to get one of those pieces right now, and we have our Rim.
So chances are it's going to be a long journey to Cantlin.
Yeah, it's at least at Vanilla Hawksness at this moment. So he does have the gold and then some. We'll see what he opts to do. Is he going to save? No, he is just going out there, but he doesn't know which direction to go. Hasn't been northeast, hasn't been southwest yet.
Nim making use of that chop in Rimeldar and getting an half plate armor, which is, you know, better than being naked. So hopefully that helps him get to Cantlin and or Hawksness.
Absolutely agree. So Stag's going to do his RNG minip over here, picks up his hand axe. We know immediately he's getting ready to get that Erdrick sword and going to be a little happier with that result. So Centroid is diving. Meanwhile, we have Dabbit going to find out about Rim here in a moment. We'll see him continue south, and we do have Cantlin in the Vanilla Hawk spot.
So we're gonna get our cords and hopefully our armor, I guess.
Well, that's what the runners would definitely hope for here. We do have the token outstanding. We still have Death Necklace, Fairy Flute as items that could be here. 48 south, 4 to the west.
So if I'm not mistaken, this is about 12 tiles east of Hawksness in those foresty, rivery areas to get to the desert maze.
You're absolutely correct. It's right around the corner from here. In fact, there's a nice little bridge nearby. If he is using the vanilla map that I know some of our runners are using, he should have no problem, barring enemy encounters, getting that here within the next 1 minute. Otherwise, if he's wanting to count that out or pick up the princess, we're going to be a minute. All right, so all our runners at level 11 now, outside of Nim up at level 12. David does find the magic armor in Rim, but is going to get Cantlin and get rewarded with the rest of that. So he's going to have his gold grind pay off for him here.
Yep, gonna be the first one with the magic armor and of course the silver shield. So maybe even he's the last one with the silver shield. The other ones, other players are maybe not gonna gold grind after getting that much experience points and being that far into the game.
No, agreed. Especially depending on how Nim handles the rest of this. He has no knowledge of the second continent. Does he want to, after finding these cords, does he want to head south to Vanilla Cantlin? Which at this point has to be Garenham with what are we missing here at this point?
Mountain Cave.
Oh yeah, Mountain Cave. Very, very good call. So yeah, we got many checks down there, so we'll see what ultimately we find here. Diabetes the Second, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders, and we're 25 minutes into a week 4 seed here. Things are starting to come together. We still have a few pieces of the puzzle to put together as these runners have all kind of gone their own ways and had a little bit of different luck, but is starting to come together here at the end.
Yep, Nimanva finding his Erdrick's token with a very quick, very precise search on the map with the chords he was given in Cantland. So I believe we have the staff, the stones, and the token. We do know where the Rainbow Drop Trading Cave is, so armor is going to be either in Charlock or in Mountain Cave.
Yeah, absolutely. We're definitely narrowed down. It does look like Nim is going to go south here, so if he is successful, which it looks like he should have no issue at this point making it there, he's going to get all of those checks in the back of Garenham and in the Mountain Cave and have a lot of knowledge. He does not have the second continent knowledge, though, so if Armor if I think it's a huge thing at this point. If Armor is here, he is so far ahead at this point. If Armor is not, he is going to repeat what we've already seen Dabbit and Centroid do with those second continent checks.
Yep, if he gets the armor, he's heading straight to Hawksness and fighting till level 17 at least, and maybe then, if the stats are good, we're gonna dive in and say hi to the Dragon Lord.
No, absolutely, yeah. He has the best knowledge so far. If this is armor, the other runners definitely will be hoping that this is not armor and that it's in Charlock, for them to be able to catch back up to him.
So with the large shield, that's even less incentive to get the silver shield after his grind and or before his grind with the Armored Knights. Let's see if the armor is in here or in Mountain Cave or in Charlock.
All right, here we go. We got a curse belt in the first chest here. We have some gold and lastly a torch. Fantastic.
At this point, with 117 HP, there's nothing really that's scary to Nim in Mountain Cave, so he's just gonna throw that Radiant and move around like he owns the place, grab those chests and get out.
Trying to figure out what Dabbit's doing here. He paused for a long time looking at what I believe would probably been the map, and I looked away when Nim got down here, but he started heading towards what we know as Garenham, now is turned around. All right, Nimanva's down into the basement of Mountain here. Let's see what we got down here. Next chest is the empty. All right, chest 3 and 4. There's the armor in Mountain 2. So Nim has all the knowledge at this point. Finds the death necklace as well. So has everything he could possibly hope and dream of at this point, unless he really, really loves a fairy flute.
Yep, and with those fast experience levels flag set, maybe we're gonna see a sub 40 seed if everything goes well, maybe?
Nim is definitely in a huge driver sheet here, and we have seen nothing that scares us at this point. We have red dragons that have 75% hurt. We have the sleep on the armor knight, but it seems to be very successfully stop spelled. So you spend a little bit to save yourself, and you can fight through both of those enemies. This grind's going to go super fast with 325 experience armor knights in the first place. So yeah, unless something surprise shows up, or we get like a wombo golem and we don't have the flute on the spikes in Charlock, I think this is we're looking less than 10 minutes for Nim to wrap this puppy up.
Yep, and those golems we've seen before, but I don't think we've seen their abilities. There's stone men I don't think we've seen. Other than that, there's, as you mentioned, nothing really is scary, so that Charlock is going to be pretty much a cakewalk.
Absolutely. Unfortunately for Dabbit, I don't know what happened after he got his token, but he kind of started towards Garenham, came back, got stopped by a red dragon, ultimately got sent packing before he could make it to Garenham. So now he's got to do this northeast exploration and still go back southwest to ultimately where the armor is before being able to get his grind going here. So he's going to be a little bit behind. It's going to be a very, very interesting race for for what appears to be second at this point, with Nim having such a strong advantage in the lead. Well, that could do it right there. Centroid finding a wizard with sleep, gets sleep lock and sent packing as he was trying to complete some exploration. So maybe some bad wizard luck in Charlotte could help these runners out and or hurt them.
Yeah, speaking of bad luck, that red dragon fighting Nimanva attacked twice. Okay, but now he's trying to heal more, so he's fine maybe. Ooh, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, so you got to get through the red dragon to get over here, and you still have to get first action and make sure you get this stop spell to land, because sleep could be very bad. Although he does get ambushed, but only baby breath.
Sleep is bad, but permanent sleep is worse. So just hope for the stop spell and keep fighting that armor knight.
All right, here we go. We got Dabbit into Hawksness as well as Stags. Stags finding out about the sleep right there. Meanwhile, Dabbit, we'll see if he finds out quick and can recover, or is able to and get that stop spell off himself, or gets sent packing, because this could be a scary enemy if the sleep lands and you aren't aware of it.
Yep, but he's got pretty good gear right now. He's not got Erdrick swords, but Fire Sword is still pretty good for an Armor Knight at least.
He does get knowledge of it after the Armor Knight multiple times attacked him. Does get away with 1 HP left. We'll see if he opts to give this a shot again with more knowledge, or check out these other 2 locations first. There we go, right back in, lands that stop spell, has that knowledge that Flame Sword's going to be very big for him here. Should have no issue taking this down and getting his stones. And then we'll see what he opts to do, if he wants to stay and grind or go finish this exploration piece that he has. Meanwhile, we do have Nim at level 15 right now, cruising right now, and just has to get to 8,000 to get to that level 17. So we're getting close.
He's got more experience than Stags and Centroid combined, so that's saying something.
Yeah, this grind will go really fast. Just the fortunate thing for Nim is he right ordered this seed. He went northeast, ultimately got his power, went southwest, got his armor, got all of the other pieces that he needed along the way, and opted to not go through swamp, which we absolutely know was a giant bust.
Yep, and not only his choices ended up being the good ones, but I think his very best choice was to grind in the beginning, because while the others have died a bunch, he's still on 5 deaths. Well, saying that, Centroid and sillydabbit also have 5 deaths, so that wasn't the biggest time loss for them. Yeah,
them 3 all played fairly tight and getting those experience levels early on, where Stags we saw just was repeatedly pressing the exploration to possibly try and find that advantage. Unfortunate for him, it just never paid off. He didn't press in the right directions and got repeatedly stopped by red dragons and other big nasty things out there on the world.
And leveling up goes so fast with those with this flag sets. Nimanva is almost getting his experience points required for the level 17, which will give him heal more. And looking at those stats, that will most likely be go time.
Yeah, I think he wouldn't mind having a little bit more strength, but honestly, he's got 14 heal mores, has 16 now. Yeah, I think 17 is fairly straightforward. He can even flip on the Death Necklace if he's so inclined, or do doubles for days.
Which one of the 2 would you do? I think I would use the Death Necklace here, considering it doesn't have the Silver Shield, but I think both might end up pretty much the same, especially with the very fast text and speed hacks.
You know, it's kind of borderline here. He's at 81D, so he can get hit for up to 50 on a physical. Death Necklace is going to put him down to 98 max HP. Could get some bad luck. This is one of those things I've seen debates on, but I think neither way ultimately matters. I probably would have just leave it off, personally.
And with 10 experience points over the famed level 17, Nim is going to Sherlock, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely here. So we're gonna see first look in here in a bit. Meanwhile, Stags does pick up his rainbow drop. Dabbit knows where to get his rainbow drop, but is heading back southwest right now. Kind of surprised they didn't pick up the rainbow while they were already up there. Maybe they did and we just missed it while he was there, but is opting to get all the way back down to that vanilla Cantland. This is just a huge time sink to have to walk all the way back this direction.
Centroid looking for the token. He's very close to it. I think it's just one tile below.
Yeah, I think he's off a row there for sure. I can't remember exactly which tile it was in this row, but I'm pretty sure this is the right one now. All right, here we go. Nim is heading through Swamp Cave as we speak. Has not been through, so doesn't know officially where he's going to be coming out. But much to his happiness, he'll be at the top of the world in just a straight shot west, and we'll be in Sherlock in about a minute. While he's heading that way, let's looking at these other runners. Stag's already to level 15 here. Has a little bit of a XP gain over these other runners, just making up a lot of lost time here at this point. But let's see. Well, he's a little lost going around this cave right now, but let's see what he opts to do here at this point.
And there's a Stone Man. They don't seem too bad. He just finished it off in just a couple of hits.
Yeah, absolutely. Stag still has to get to the southwest. That's the one. He's opting the grind right now. That Stone Man's not terrible at all. Just straight attack, so you can just fight right through it, heal up a little bit afterwards. 259 is fantastic, but he's still just rocking large armor and leather armor and a small shield, and has to get a little bit of homework. And we know, as we see these other two runners doing on the top, that walk to Cantland is very time consuming.
I'm not sure if I'd rather have Erdrick's armor and a large shield, or a large armor and Erdrick's shield, but both sound pretty good to me.
I just imagine the large armor, you can kind of turtle up, hide inside of it, you get 0 damage like a metal slot. It'd be fantastic.
Ironize.
Exactly, Ironize it is, absolutely. So we got Dabbit and Centroid. We're going to have near simultaneous armor pickups for both of them, depending on encounters as they progress through. We know they need to get to the top chests inside of the Mountain 2 cave. The question will be, will they check any further chests? Because we know that Death Necklace is right next door if they are very curious or wanting it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing we're looking for. What's left? The flute, a couple of herbs maybe?
The only thing that's left outside of this armor for these runners at this point is disappointment. Disappointment is spelled fairy flute. I'll enunciate that a little harder in a bit.
Yeah, I think herbs would be a better find than the flute at this point.
All right, meanwhile, Nim over here just rocking it and down, getting ready to make the final turn here, hoping to find the correct set of stairs. He's looking for the set that are going down, not the set going up, to continue his journey down to zone 3.
Yeah, fighting those armored knights is pretty easy, but running from them apparently is not. But you know what they say about agility.
Dabbit immediately outsides with that armor, and I can't say I blame him, especially after he was so close to being to here before and dying to that red dragon. Knows that he's probably lost a little bit of time there. Meanwhile, Centroid still doesn't have the stones, hasn't made it through the armor. Knight, I'm guessing, is going to go ahead and finish out this dungeon. So we'll get a check of chest 5, and it's just some gold. All right, Dabbit's going straight to swamp. Probably going to be checking for him for his spike here, and just to see what it's given. Does know about the armor knight at this point because he's gotten through there, but most likely doesn't want to deal with the volatility of sleep potentially.
Nim, skipping the treasury, of course, there's nothing for us there, and going straight for the Dragon Lord. He's got most of his resources left. He used a bit of MP to get to stop spell those Armor Knight, but he's good. He's pretty good.
No, he is in a really good position, and on this spike, we have the Red Dragon's going to have to throw a stop spell to block that heal more, gets it to land, but otherwise a completely free fight here. We'll see if there's any tricks up the Dragon Lord sleeve at this point, but with it being just a standard Dragon Lord fight, looking really, really good right now.
He's hesitating to use that one herb, but yeah, heal more does it.
So let's talk about what he's getting into here. We'll see how this fight goes. Should be relatively safe for him here. We'll see if he death necklaces, and he does. We got Centroid on the Armor Knight here in Hawksness, about 900 experience behind Silly Dabbit, who is on the Stone Man inside Swamp. So Centroid's going to be getting about 75 more experience per battle here, but is having to deal with the stop spell each time.
Yeah, with the death necklace, those rolls are pretty good. So I think we can expect the Dragon Lord to go down in about a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Things going well so far here. Nice 16 roll there. That's what he's wanting to see for sure.
Levels 14, 15, and 16 for Centroid, Silly Dabbit, and Stags, respectively. So they're quite close, but the choice of Stoneman versus Armor Knight is gonna make a difference, I think.
Yeah, I've been watching, and Centroid's been slowly creeping up on experience. He's only about 700 behind now, had started about 1,000. But get those GGs out for Nimanva. Is going to take first place in today's Week 4 race, and with this victory, secure his bid to the playoffs, because he will be at 16 points. Yeah, final time of 41 minutes and 25 seconds. Super, super zoomy, fantastically raced, right ordered the entire map, in my opinion, and played it extremely, extremely smartly along the way.
Yep, I don't think there's nothing to criticize about Nimanva's playing today. He was really good, and he definitely deserves those 5 beautiful points.
All right, so here we go at the top. Actually, the experience kind of spread out a little bit here as Centroid's having to deal with a little bit of extra healing. We'll see what Dabbit opts to do here. He's going to be under 1,000 experience to go. He might be able to get this last level here before running out. Using sleep strats to try and maximize the amount of resources he has left here. He only has to get 2 more Stonemen after this one, and he will see level 17 and understand that it is time to dip. Meanwhile, on the bottom left here, we had Stags opt to go through to the second continent instead of Southwest. Ultimately, this is going to set him back a ton. Finds out the no chest in the freebie cave, is full dive in grave right now, heading towards chest 5, and extreme disappointment in a Dragon Scale. All right, Dabbit takes the Death Warp, 1 Stone Man short, 119 MP though. I feel that we'll probably just see him opt to kill one on the way through, or just kill something on the way over, and press into Sharlock. Does not look like Centroid is going to have enough resources as well, unless he gets some lucky hits here and lucky Armor Knights to be able to get 17 on this current amount of MP he has as well. It's going to be really tight.
Centroid, yeah, running out. Oh, an excellent move. So he's still got 5 MP to maybe take out one more Armor Knight.
Yeah, the crit very, very big here. Still needs to get a little bit of love here. He might heel walk a little bit afterwards because he's going to be just shy, I believe, with this one. Just going to go ahead and walk out here, maybe pick up a random enemy around.
1 XP down, 40 more to go.
Yeah, 40 more slimes to go. We're almost there.
Oh, and that wizard with the sleep lock again. Poor Stags.
And look at this, Dabbit picking off wizards or magicians and everything on the way over. Does pick up level 17 and is on his way to the bridge. So we'll see how his dive goes for him.
Centroid getting his rainbow drop, so he's fully ready to go. Well, once he gets the levels, he's fully ready to go see the Dragon Lord.
Looks like we'll have Nimanva joining us here in the booth as soon as someone can pull him into the room. Meanwhile, we've got Dabbit here making his turn to get in there. Centroid wrapping some stuff up here, but it's going to be slightly behind. There's that level. And there we go. Welcome to the booth, Nimanva. GG's fantastically run. How you feeling?
Oh, that was an easy one compared to all my training I did. I had armor and Sharlock in 2 out of the 3 seeds I trained on.
Yeah, and they put it down pretty far away in the mountain cave underneath Garenham down at Vanilla Cantlin. But overall, you right-ordered this seed tremendously. You're the only one of our runners that didn't clear the second continent, which was the freebie cave with absolutely nothing in it, and the grave with absolutely nothing in it.
Yeah, when I first saw Swamp Cave, I was like, maybe I should go check what's there. No, let's go do the stuff in the south real quick, and that paid off.
No, you went. In my opinion, I think you went the perfect order. You got your levels. You went northeast. You got the sword, which is absolutely huge in this flag set, and you were able to just monster kill everything on your way through the southwest and towards your armor.
It was nice to see the red dragons and the armored knights could be taken out with stop spell once you had stop spell. That made it a lot easier.
Absolutely, yeah. Both of your big enemies being kind of neutered with a stop spell is absolutely fantastic. Meanwhile, I did want to throw out here, we did have a technical difficulties on Stags28's side. He had a computer issue and has thrown in the forfeit towel. Probably knowing he needed the W this week to be able to continue on. So these other 2 runners are guaranteed second and third as long as they both finish.
Yeah, having technical difficulties always sucks.
Yeah, we've seen it happen before, unfortunately, in this very league already with a different runner. But we still got a good battle here for second and third. Centroid maybe about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes behind Dabbit. But you know, with the enemy encounter rate in here and a little bit of bad RNG, could still bring himself back into it.
Yeah, when I first started diving Sharlock, I was just trying to run from everything, even the armored knights, and then I realized I have tons of magic points. I might as well stop spell them to get away from them.
Yeah, I mean, when you have the higher agility, like I think we're in the mid to upper 80s here, I get well, man, damn it, 3 of them on the U4 alone does successfully first turn run, but I can see the allure of running, but also the allure of not getting slept for multiple rounds.
I'm very interested to see how sillydabbit is gonna handle this fight. He doesn't have the death necklace, but of course, as you mentioned earlier, it's not gonna be a problem. It's just gonna be maybe a bit slower, but he's gonna get doubles. He's gonna get the win most likely, but it's not finished. It's not over.
No, absolutely agree. He's opting not even the stop spell this Red Dragon, hoping to just hit around the heal more, and I think he is going to, and it was successful. So yeah, with him, he has the Silver Shield as well, so he's got that extra 10 defense that our other runners won't have on top of this, so he should be much more inclined to doubles here, tops off, and will be called a fool momentarily.
Yeah, when I got to Mountain, I didn't think, I thought Silver Shield no, because I don't want to have to find something that's going to kill me before I can get out of here to get the grind going.
No, I agree with your decision there 100%. It was real end game for you at that point. For Dabbit, he did it coming out of the grave because he went through the swamp fairly early and ultimately gold grinded out of there. Location Cantlin properly and such. But anyway, we got Stags28 joining us. GG Stags. It's unfortunate when PC issues happen. But how are you feeling about this flags or the seed before him?
You know, I forgot about the permanent repel, so I was walking around trying to figure out why I wasn't getting any enemies, and then I remembered. I didn't have any complaints with it. A lot of red dragons, but yeah, I didn't heal enough, and it cost me a lot.
Well, I will tell you this. There definitely was no permanent repel this week. We did have permanent torch. But if you were walking around with no encounters, you were just getting really big hero walks.
Well, that's unfortunate then.
Yeah, you at the beginning opted to really press exploration. Can you take versus sitting down and grinding out some of those early levels? Can you take me through your thoughts on what you were looking to try and accomplish there?
Well, part of that was thinking that the repel was on, so I thought I had to get out and move and go get stuff.
Gotcha. That makes absolute sense then, because yeah, early on, some of the other runners were definitely getting some of those early grinds on, and you were out there teaching us a lot, finding those red dragons and with the hurt and getting hurt to death. But meanwhile, get your GGs out for Silly Dabbit is going to take second place here today, picking him up 3 very important points here, putting him at 11 going into week 5. So very, very nicely done for Dabbit. We'll see if he'll come in as well.
And GG's, Nim. That was a good run.
GG's to you too, Stag. Sorry that you had the technical difficulties.
You know, I thought about rebooting my computer before everything started, and I thought, nah, it'll be okay. It rebooted recently. It happened.
All right, we got Centroid down to the Dragon Lord. Is going to throw on that Death Necklace that Dabbit did opt to not pick up because he never opened any further chests after the armor, and should have a very easy time of it here going in with all 15 heal mores.
Yeah, I think of all the runners that made it to the Dragon Lord, he's the one that got there with the most MP, so it's a free fight, really.
Was the armor down in Garenham?
Yeah, it was in Mountain 2 of Garenham, so those 2 chests that are next to each other in the top of Mountain 2 had the armor and the Death Necklace.
C'est la vie.
Yeah, going south was a little rough for a few of the runners. Dabbit got taken out by a red dragon before he had the ability to deal with them and had to rewalk that whole thing.
I just wasn't paying attention to my health and didn't heal up and got hit by the hurt more on the Wraith Knight? Wraith, and just missed Garenham. And at that point, I just had to gamble that it wasn't there. I figure hopefully it was the freebie cave or something, and just not come back.
No, I think your thought process there was sound. You had 2 locations versus 1, didn't know what was what at that point. So yeah, that was probably a smart play, although it didn't pay off. But meanwhile, we did have Centroid finishing 3rd here. Get those GGs out for Centroid. Official time of 52:26. A very fast overall seed for our runners today. Welcome to the booth, Dabbit. How are you feeling on your 2nd place finish here?
Well, I think I've hit for the DWR Winter League cycle here. Finished 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in these first 4 races. But yeah, I don't know. That was a fun seed. I think routing ultimately got me in the end there, but it was fun. It's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, let me ask you, because yeah, routing got everybody but Nim at this point. Nim never saw Second Continent until he went to go win the race. Everybody else did the look at the empty freebie cave in the grave of sadness and despair. But you had made it down pretty close to what we knew was where the armor was down at Vanilla Cantlin, and Red Dragon took you out. What was your thoughts when that went down?
I was just hoping that nothing was going to be required because I knew I hadn't seen the northeast side of the map yet. But yeah, that was obviously a little unfortunate for that to happen. And also, I kind of wasted some time. Like, I did the whole vanilla map tile thing to find the token, and then I realized, oh wait, yep, I needed to backtrack for that. I don't think that was significant, but you know, in a seed like this, all the little. But yeah, great time, Nim. GG to you, for sure, and everybody else.
It was a great race. I appreciate you guys getting out here and getting this set up for all the people running this and the other racers. I mean, I feel horrible, but I'm glad I won.
Even more impressive, yeah, for sure.
Well, absolutely no. Yeah, very well ran them. And GG Centroid, welcome to the booth. How are you feeling about your finish today?
Hey, thank you. I think the seed was pretty straightforward. I was pretty happy overall, other than I think I made a potentially critical error with like running out of keys early on, and I didn't realize it until like 20 minutes in. I don't think it really hurt me, but it could have been bad. Don't do that if you're watching at home. Don't do that.
Yeah, I mentioned with it being the first week, we actually needed keys. That could always throw a side speed bump in there. And I'll be honest, here in the booth, I did miss that happened to you. So nice recovery there, because I absolutely didn't see any impact to you from it.
I did it twice because I found there was a magic key in the top of grave, and I'm like, okay, now I'm good, right? And then I go down. You have to use a key to get into the basement of grave. I don't even know if it would be worth my time to like leave and come back in to get another key before diving, but like after I went back to the castle, I was like making the trip to the basement of Tantajul to like stock up on keys, and I'm like, oh right, I can't even get through that door. Like, oops. But other than that, like, I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, very nice. And now we're getting ready to move into week 5. Week 5 could be one of our hardest set of flags so far, with a lot of craziness going on there. I've done a couple of these, and it's been like ridiculous, like hour 45, 2-hour seeds, even with like some speed hacks on. So what are you guys' thoughts as we move into week 5 here?
I don't even know what the flags are.
I mean, that's very fair. Yeah, we have what we've been calling kind of like our advanced standard, but with a twist here. We have random chest location, stair shuffle, heal heart before more. It's a small map, but there's treasure guards, easy Sherlock, and speed hacks turned on. So a lot of fun cave diving potential on this one.
Well, I'm the only one eliminated, I think, so in our group. So I'm just hoping to actually don't even get a chance to play spoiler because it's seeded. I'll just have fun anyway.
Yeah, that's what this is all about, honestly. Have a little bit of fun. I think that gets lost on a lot of people sometimes. But yeah, just have some fun and enjoy it. Yeah, you are absolutely right. The loss today did eliminate you. Nim, if you weren't aware, you are now guaranteed tournament playoffs at this point. At 16 points, you are guaranteed regardless of result next week. While Centroid and Dabbit both have a little bit of work to do at 12 and 11 points respectively.
Should be an exciting finish. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I enjoy the advanced standard flags. That doesn't mean it's not going to be a slog to the finish line, but definitely looking forward to it. And let me just give a shout out to all the volunteers putting this restream on. Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, I just peeked at those flags for the first time. Kind of reminds me of week 1, but like we don't have free keys and maybe a couple other things going, like no short Sherlock. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Probably, I think the smaller map helps a little bit. Like it definitely saves some time, and what was I gonna say? It like I think when you have like the smaller map, that there's like a higher chance it gets condensed into like one continent, but maybe that's just me with the small sample size. But yeah, it should be fun.
All right. Well, any final thoughts on today's seed or anything else before we talk about our exciting lineup coming up tonight?
No, again, yeah, just thanks to the restreamers and commentators and trackers. and admins.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and GG's, guys.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. This was an exciting race to watch, so hopefully you guys all enjoyed yourselves there. But yeah, looking at the schedule, we have 2 races coming to you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on RPG Limit Break. We will have Hate the 13th, Diabetes the 2nd, Zarnax 42, and Fried Teeth. And then 2 hours after that on RPG Limit Break as well, we will have RG365, Scarlet Shadow, Yakko Wacko 20, and Jay Brun. So stay tuned. Lots of more exciting action coming to you later this evening on RPG Limit Break. Any final thoughts from your side, Juf, as we wrap up this afternoon's session?
I think you've mentioned pretty much everything. So thank you, chat, for being here. Thank you for the runners for the great race. And thank you, DK, for the great commentary. I look forward to doing it again sometime.
No, absolutely. It was a pleasure having you here. Fantastically done today. So yeah, for our restreamer Flower Power 718, our trackers Shihali and RG365, and my co-commentator Juf, I was DK9146. Have a good afternoon. Take care.